guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. We are so happy you're here. Today I have a great video for you. We're doing our first fall journal, and it's going to be one that has fun things in it, ideas for things you can do with friends and family, ways you can spend the fall, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. But before we jump into that, you guys are going to be the first to see this new thing going in my Etsy shop. My Etsy shop is a vintage shop, so I don't show too much on this channel. But I got all of these great vintage airmail envelopes, and they're from different countries, overseas, and they have all these amazing stamps on them. They have great coloring themselves, a lot of postage marks on them. They do have some writing too, like somebody, just jotted down some figures. And I mean, the stamps is what really drew me to these. The stamps and just how the envelopes themselves look. Super excited. There are no letters, just the envelopes. But I mean, look at this one. This one is probably one of the coolest ones. How cool is that? Even has a stamp on the back. So these will all be in my Etsy shop. I mean, there are some really cool stamps. And I'm going to probably do, I don't know, I'm going to count them up. I'm going to keep a couple for myself, obviously. And then I'm going to package them 3 or 4 together for $3 or $4. And yeah, they'll be available for sale probably by the end of today, I would say. If not today, tomorrow. So be sure, and if you haven't followed my Etsy shop yet, to go over the links below and just hit follow. That way you'll know when new things pop up. I have a lot of new stuff coming still, and my tables are coming along. Those are going to be available on my website. So today, like I said, we are doing our first fall journal. Super excited. And yeah. Oh, one other announcement before we get into this. We're going to have a special Halloween where I go to Best Buy and I buy weird Halloween stuff to create a Halloween journal. So stay tuned for that. And when I say journal, remember, these can also be planners or mixed media journals, art journals. So yeah, let's get into this fall journal though. Okay guys, I know my head's cut off. Sorry, that's okay. I'm not the star of this. I wanted to share a really cool fall paper pack. This is not sponsored. I just want to share with you. It's really cool. It's got just the most amazing colors. And I just love it. I'll tell you what sold me on it. It was the little raccoon, the owls, the little squirrels, and of course, the fox. So let me share this paper with you real quick because it is gorgeous. There's this, and it's double-sided too, so you have 2 sides, and this is the page that I will tell you right now is going to be part of the cover, and it's got all those little guys on it that I love so much, and I'm super excited. And there's the back. It's really pretty paper pack, and of course I will link it below. And I don't have an Amazon Associates account right now. I got cut off because nobody bought enough. So I don't have an Amazon Associate account. I'll try again, and let y'all know when I do. But I will give you the link regardless. Isn't it pretty? I love the owls. If you love owls, this is a great kit. Then we've got some more leaves. And then we've got apples, back to school, if you wanted to make a back to school journal. This is also a great one, I think. Then that's like a burlap page, which is really nice. A lot of these have like the burlap backing behind the images. So, and then these are the journaling cards. There's like a little file folder type, or you can use them as paper. It's up to you. This is all double-sided, so you get a large choice of what you want to do. I'm going to use them, I will tell you right now, probably as journaling cards, but that's okay. I also like to use them if I don't use them all in the journal. I'll put them as tip-ins in my planners and make notes for extra things, or maybe something I want to do and my calendar's already full on that day. I'll have that in there. Also put them in my to-go journal just because I like to have something to write notes on. What I'll do is, because they are on the back, you can write on this and it will show up, of course. But some of them, like this one, you can't write on the back if it's flowers. So if I want to use it as a postcard, I'll stitch some paper on there. If I want to use it as a tip-in, I'll stitch some paper and stuff. These also make great pockets in your journal and everything. So you'll see how I use them as we go. And then this sheet is stickers, which I just absolutely adore. So this is the paper pack that inspired me to create a fall journal. And like I said, it's for ideas how to do things, ideas for things you can do in the fall with your friends and family. Because I think sometimes we get all excited about fall, then we're like, oh, well, what can we do? And so I like to have a journal, you know, to keep track and make notes and stuff. I'm a very visual person, so journals are really big. Okay, I also have some great fabric that I've had forever. I have this great patterned fabric, and it's cut in squares just because. And then I have this great burgundy fabric and this great goldy yellow fabric. I've actually made a wreath out of all this before, and it was really pretty. It was just tied scrap fabric wreath. If you're interested in seeing a scrap fabric wreath, how to do one, a small one or a 14-inch one, comment down below and I will put that on my schedule, because it's really easy, really fun, and doesn't cost a lot of money and looks great on a door, on a front door, inside, outside, doesn't matter. Okay, so now my base for this journal is going to be an envelope, a big envelope. So when you fold them in half, it's I think 6 by 9 is what it ends up being. Yep, 6 by 9. So I'm going to take this, but I'm not going to leave it white. It's for fall, so I really want it to have a big fall theme. So what am I going to do? Well, I've already gone through the process because it takes me a while, and I know you didn't want to sit here and watch me go, no, yeah, no, yeah, okay. So I've already decided. I'm going to cover the outside of this journal with this burgundy fabric. I'm going to sew it all on, and then I'm going to come back, and I've picked my favorite piece of paper. Let's see if I can find it. Yep, here it is. I picked my favorite piece of paper with all the little guys, all the little critters on it, and I'm going to cut out a section, because if you look at this paper really closely, it's in sections. And I'm going to cut out this bottom section right here, and this is going to be the center point on the front of my cover, okay? Because it's very pretty. It says Welcome Fall, has all these guys. Then I'll add some embellishments like some lace, maybe some buttons or something to finish it off. The back is just going to be plain fabric. If you wanted a harder back, you could always put a paper instead of putting a fabric. It's up to you, but it's going to be burgundy fabric on the back, and it's going to look beautiful. Now, that's the front, outside, what you're going to see all the time. So what am I going to do inside? Well, that is something you have to think about, because my outside is going to be a burgundy fabric with these guys in the center and then some embellishments. So I want the inside to coordinate. Now, the inside's going to have pockets. It's going to get a lot of wear and tear. So I don't want to do a fabric. So I'm done with the fabric. I'm just going to use a burgundy. So what is the inside going to look like? Well, I want something that coordinates with the burgundy, with the cover. But I don't want it too busy, because maybe I want to write notes inside. I'm going to have a pocket, that kind of thing. So I think it's light enough I can write on it, but it has a pattern. You can see that there. It has a pattern, and it's really, really cute. It has the leaves and the, you're seeing that. Hold on. Let me see if I can show you the pattern without showing you the leaves behind. Let's try that. if you can see, it has like leaves and acorns on there, and it's just amazing. So this gold color is going to be the inside coordinating piece, which I think is going to look amazing. So that's my cover. I wanted to share what I'm doing with you. I'm going to put that all together and we'll be right back. Oh, and how I'm going to do this again is I'm going to obviously stitch my fabric on. So I'm going to have a lot of stitching, which is another reason I'm going to come in and cover the inside with this paper. Plus this is cardstock. So it's going to give my journal some structure because it doesn't have much structure right now because it's an envelope and then I'm going to add fabric. So it's going to be really flimsy. But by putting this paper as the liner for inside, it's going to give it more structure. Now I could also put a heavy cardboard inside here before I folded it and then fold it, and that would give it some structure as well. Or I could cut pieces of cardstock, not cardboard, cardstock, and put them in and then tape them inside so it has more structure. But it's going to be great the way I'm going to do it, with just the outside being the burgundy fabric with our guys here as the center point, and then inside we're going to have our gold pattern paper. So I'll be back in a few. Okay guys, I wanted to check in with you at this point and just show you where we're at. I took the fabric and went around and just sewed it on, and I actually double stitched it and did some like crazy wavy stitching just to make it more fun, because this is a journal about having fun in the fall. I chose a brown thread because there's a lot of burlap backgrounds in this, and I wanted it to all tie together. Plus, you know, brown and burgundy and gold and all that just goes together. So what I thought I would show you now is cutting my centerpiece for my front cover. And because I've already stitched this envelope, it can't obviously be used as an envelope anymore. So I will address that in a minute. But I left the flap for now so I would know which end I wanted to be the front. Okay, again, this already is, believe it or not, cut to where it's in sections. I can just see it. So what I'm going to do is cut out the section that I want to be the star on the front of my journal here. And I already measured the section I'm cutting out, and it's like 4 by 6.5 or something. So it definitely fits just fine for the little centerpiece of the cover that it's going to be. Okay. So I have this all trimmed out now. How adorable is that? This is going to be the centerpiece. I'm going to put it right there, and it's going to look amazing. And I think I'm going to, now this is where I'm kind of arguing within my head right now. Do I want to do crazy stitching all around it and tie it in with the stitching around the corners of my journal? Or do I want to attach it nicely and put some nice fall ribbon around it? And, you know, those are two options. You're probably going, some of you are going, oh, do the ribbon, it'll look cleaner. And some of you are probably doing, do the crazy stitching. It's more fun and it goes with what the journal's meant to be. So, I think we know what I'm going to do. But don't worry, the ribbon is going to show up in a little while. I promise you. Because it's still going to be plain if I just leave it like this. So we're definitely going to have to be adding in something to give it a little more interest, maybe a little more movement. Could frame it with the back of the paper, but then you wouldn't see the crazy. Okay, well, I'm going to stitch this on and then we'll go. Wait, I know, maybe it needs something behind it. I'll be right back. Okay guys, we got the outside of the cover done, and what we did was the main show, we added a little coffee stain paper just to add a little dimension to it, and then we put some of our leaf stickers all around. They're going to stick very well. We added just a hint of our fabric glue to them just to make sure, and they add another dimension of color. They're a different texture, and I think they just really finish it off nicely. Again, this is supposed to be a fun journal. You're supposed to want to open it up for friends and family. So, now, the inside's a different story. You can see where we sewed everything, and it's a big mess. Plus, we have this flap, and we can't use it because we've sewed up this envelope. So, first thing we're going to do before we tackle any of this is we're just going to stick the flap down and make it just disappear. And that's easy because these come pre-stuck. So all I'm going to do is pull that off and push it down real good. It's not a good envelope and you think it's going to pop up, definitely add some glue or double-sided tape just to make sure it stays down. Now for the inside, remember we're going to put our lighter paper that complements our front. And it's very, very pretty. It's going to look amazing. I've already cut it down to the right size. We just have to make sure the pattern imprinted on the paper is going the right direction because it just messes it all up. If it's not, you line it up, make sure you get it where you want it, and then you can glue it or double-side tape it. I wouldn't recommend sewing it because then you're going to have the sewing edges all along your outside cover and you don't want that. So glue this or double-side tape it down, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, we finished our journal cover. I'm really excited about the way it turned out. We have our main focus here, which has all of our little fall critters on it, which I love. And then we added some coffee stained paper and some leaves, and it's all on a base of a white mailing envelope and burgundy fabric. The fabric adds a different texture. The leaves kind of give movement like they're blowing around. And then, of course, our main focus. This journal is all about friends and family and things you can do in the fall. So I thought this really represented that. The back is simply the fabric with the stitching. I sewed around twice just to give it kind of a crazy stitching feeling, just so it would look, you know, fun and funky and didn't have to be perfect. Inside, we finished it just like you would finish a book. You know, you have the cover is always covered inside with paper of some sort, and that's what we did here. We have our beautiful gold paper, and it has its imprinted leaves and squirrels, nuts, whatever. And it's really cute. I glued it down, as you can see from all the little divots, which is a sign of glue. But those won't be half as noticeable once we get our signatures in and we decorate it a little more. Now, what I wanted to talk about next are the signatures. I was thinking I'm going to probably have 2 signatures, and I kind of want them to be, I don't know, stable. Sometimes I feel like the signatures aren't very stable. So what I thought I would do is you pick 2 of these and make these the signature covers, basically. So when I start a signature, it'll be wrapped in this fall paper. So I was going through here, which one do I want? I don't know. It's such a hard decision. But I've decided not this one because it's kind of like the cover, so I don't want to use that one. And while I love this one with the leaves, I'm not going to use it. I love the owls, but just not for this journal. I like this one because it's a little different, but I know I want one to be brighter, one to be lighter kind of covers, you know, just not so dark and heavy. I think if you have too much dark and heavy, it gets dark and heavy, even though it's a very light and fun journal. So not that one. I definitely love this paper, so this is probably going to be the entrance to one signature, okay, the cover for one signature. And then I've decided that I'm torn. I'll be honest with you. I'm torn. Hold on. I'm torn between this kind of milk jug one. It's so cute. And, of course, the pumpkins. I really love the pumpkins. They're both on a burlap type background, which is great. So they're very similar, but yet very different. I don't know. This one's a little lighter. This one's a little darker. Since I'm going with the light flowers for one signature, I think it would offset some of the darkness in this one. So I think I'm going to go, because I'm kind of in the mood for pumpkins too. I think I'm going to go with the pumpkins on burlap for the cover of one signature, and I'm going to go with the flowers for the other. Okay, so the rest of this paper, I have a paper stash where I keep all of my paper nice and safe so I can use it again later. I'm going to put that away. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut all of my journaling cards apart and just keep them in a little stack so I know where they are. I'll clip them with a rubber band, and I'm going to put them on my desk while I work on my signatures. And I'm going to keep my stickers out, obviously, because I love these stickers. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm debating. I don't think I'm going to use any more of the paper that was used on the cover with our critter friends. Here's what's left. But I may decide I want to use some of this, or I might use the complimentary paper on the back. I don't know. I actually have a washi tape that mimics this, so I might just pull out the washi tape. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm going to keep it out. I'm not going to put it away with the rest. And of course, I have a little bit of scraps from the inside of my book, which is this, but I'm not going to save this because I want the inside of the book to be very special, and that's the only paper you see of that. So I'm not going to use that. Okay, well, I'm going to clean up and start working on my signatures. I did a video about pulling paper for signatures last year, maybe, or the very beginning of this year. What I'll do is I'll put the card above. You can watch that while I go do that. And I will check in with you as I'm going through the process of making these signatures. Hey guys, welcome back. It's the next day. I didn't just change clothes. Because my floors are coming in tomorrow and I had to start taking stuff off my shelves. I'm going to give you a quick sneak peek and then we'll get back into this fall family fun journal because it is shaping up to be amazing. And I don't know if you can see all this. This is all fall papers I found in my stash as I was moving things out. And we ended up with the second fall family fun journal. So, but let me share what I've done so far for my craft room so I can get my floors in. So these bookcases were all full, and that one still has a little bit, but for the most part, it's empty. The stuffed animals are going into bags today, and then those bookshelves are relatively empty. Still got a lot to do, so I'm going to share this with you real fast so we can wrap this up because I have got to get through. Alright, so I had a ton of fall papers. Paper bags, baseballs, I mean just all sorts of different fall colored paper just to give it something different. And I was going through and I mean I had so much to choose from that I made two signatures like I was planning to do, but they didn't fit. Both signatures didn't fit in my envelope journal cover. So what I decided to do, instead of changing the cover, I made a second journal. And this is my second journal cover. Really simple, but I think it's really cute. After we get the signatures, after we get the signatures sewn in, I will probably line the side here with some lace to cover up where I sewed it in. But that'll be the final step. It's very simple. It's just brown paper bag covered in the same white envelope that we did the first one. And I pulled all these papers, like I said, I mean, I had a ton of fall colors. I had, vintage papers. It's not necessarily a vintage journal, but the fall colors kind of lend to that. Anyway, so here is my second signature, and I ended up using different cardstock scrapbook papers to be the kind of hold. Remember I told you I like to hold my signatures in? Well, this is the one I picked for this new journal. Well, this was my second signature. It says Ride, Caramel Apple, Family Time. So I thought, hey, I can't not use this, right? So here's my second signature, and it's going to go into my second cover. And guess what? This one I'm going to sell. So it will be listed in my Etsy shop probably in a day or two. So go follow my Etsy shop and you'll know when things get listed. I mean, I had fabric. I mean, more fabric. It was just so hard. In fact, I have another fall idea, so some of this stuff will reappear. I mean, just tons of stuff. Now, this guy is all ready to be sewn in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish doing the fun little things inside the journals. I had some ephemera already made, which is good. I just kind of need to make a little bit more and kind of tie it all together, and then we'll do the flip through of the two journals, my personal Fall Family Fun journal and the one that I'm going to sell in my Etsy shop. So be right back to you and we'll finish this video. Okay guys, I've gone to the overhead view to share these journals. I hope you like this view better, and I hope you get to see more of these journals. This is my Fall Family Fun journal. The cover is a white mailing envelope. I've sewn fabric all around it, and I've on the front I used some scrapbook paper, some coffee stain paper, and some stickers, and I think it's just freaking adorable. I hope you do too. Okay, inside, I covered the inside like a book. I used a scrapbook paper that complements the outside. It has, if you can see, the imprint of, oops, and it's not sewn in, remember, because I can't find my stuff because of flooring, but there's acorns and leaves and everything, and I just think it's really pretty. So I like to enclose my signatures in scrapbook paper. I think it gives them more stability, and I was digging through my stash and I found this scrapbook paper, which I thought went perfect with this. They could have been from the same actual pack, even though they weren't. I have a fun bicycle paper clip here that I will use to attach photos after we start doing our family fall fun stuff. And here I have some papers that I could put a photo and write on. I have some little stickers and just some fun fall journaling cards and stuff. So I'm excited to use those. Lots of fun papers, lots of writing space, lots of fall ephemera. Of course, you have to have your book pages, and you can use white gesso on them and cover them up and write on them because they'll have a grid. This is a fun fall. I always think of farming and everything when it comes to fall, so I put this page in here. Of course, just some orange paint on a piece of parchment. Cute tag. Another cute tag with a lot of fall colors. Then I have some burlap in here. I can pin pins too because I love to get pins. Then this is the center. It's about 17 pages. So it is a big journal. And then in here, I have just a fun journaling card. And I would put paper or gesso on the back, or I would put a photo. And then just make a little white space so I could write what it was for. Lots of writing space, as you can tell. Don't let scrapbook papers deter you from using them, because if you get the one-sided, then you have tons of writing space. Lots of space. I didn't put a lot of goodies in this one because, honestly, I want to add them as I go and from where we go, so there's not a lot of extra stuff. But there is. At the back, I have a fun orange envelope, just some more like stickers. These are stickers, Gobble Till You Waddle, Together, Fall Delight, and I can peel them off and put them places. Also, words that I can use, which I love to use, peel, stick on words. And then this is just another green envelope. Envelopes are great for storing the big ephemera, like if we go for tickets, you know, on a hayride or something, you can put tickets in there. And nowadays, because you print your own tickets, they're even bigger, so those big envelopes come in handy. Okay, it's not sewn in. Remember, I don't have my sew-in stuff. That's okay. Now, this is the one that will be for sale in my Etsy shop once I get it sewn together. The cover is, again, an envelope. I've added some fabric flowers glued down, a fall sticker, and a little bit of washi tape just to kind of finish it off. Then this one says family and hayride, apples, giving, fall leaves, pumpkins. So it's very fall, and I made this little tag. You can attach it to a photo. You could attach it to a tag, whatever. Inside, I filled this with some fun stuff. There's some pumpkin gourd seeds. There's part of, you could cover the back and make it a big journaling card. There's a bingo card. There's 2 bingo cards. You can use their orange and yellow. And there's a tag right here. It says autumn. Another big tag with autumn colors. Another big tag. You remember, again, women, farming, that kind of thing. And again, I am going to put, this is a ticket that's been decorated with fall things. I am going to put more in this one, but I don't want everybody to, you know, I want to kind of have surprises. This is a little book I made out of raffle tickets, because, you know, in the fall, you always have raffles. And it's in this little text spot right here. These are some envelopes, little envelopes that I've had that I'm putting in here. This is a tag that is decorated for fall. It's real pretty. And this is another tag that's fall. You can write on the back. Tried to make it lots of room for your family photos and fun. This is just a fun, you can make it a pocket, whatever you want. There's some fun writing paper. There's a fall leaf and more journaling cards that you can use however you want to. And again, this will all be sewn in. I love this, the little scarecrow. Nothing screams fall like scarecrows. I love fall. And again, I'm going to put a few more goodies in here for you that you don't see right now. Lots of places for your photos, your special things. This is a pocket I made out of a library card. In fact, I left the library card so you could see that it still works as a library card holder. It's also a big pocket, and I put in the cute cat with the falling leaves. And then, like I said, there will be more stuff. Just working on it. Another fun little envelope. And then in the back, we have just, you know, a fun piece of paper. We have some fun fall stickers. And then this bag, I'm going to attach to the back of it, to the back journal cover back here, because I think you need a lot more storage because you're going to be having so much fall fun. And then there's the back. And this one, like I said, will be more finished once it's in my Etsy shop. I just don't have time today, guys. Okay, guys, those are my fall family fun journals. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, that will be up in my Etsy shop probably within a week. I've got to get all the stuff finished, and then I've got to put it all back. So please give me some grace as I do this, but I promise you it will be up there very soon if you're interested, and it will be sewn together, and it will have more items in it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If this isn't your taste, that's fine. We have more coming your way. We have our kitchen redo video under $500. And we have just tons more. If you want to use puzzle pieces, I have some process videos coming up, so don't miss it. Thanks for being here. If you've made it this far, leave the comment pumpkins down below. Take care. Bye.